After Antonio Brown got hit, they can't do the helmet-to-helmet shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the helmet was already in place.
Nah, perfect, pretty much. When he hit Brown that last time, that was it. They had enough.
Well, they were already getting fined, though. Like,
no, but they were still playing, like, with fines. Burfict had 2 before that. Now,
Burfict was just wild.
Now they saying if you're doing this right here and you're actually targeting players, we're gonna take your ass out, not just go check.
Burfict played in the wrong era, I think.
I think so.
I think Burfict played in the 70s.
Nah, because my when I was growing up, my favorite was Darren Sharpman. So he was really he was.
Yep. Time change.
Understanding what you have to do to prolong your career. Okay, athletically, he can still play, but like, you have to adjust your game. They go, this is what I have to do. Like, of course, when your game slips, you got to think the game better. I think he just has to adjust his game for this new era. Like, yo, how one he learns something as you grow, the game changes.
No, I hear you, brother. Well, now we're talking about physicality and the game change. The game definitely did change recently. I'm not sure if you guys heard about it, but Willie Brown, the great cornerback for the Oakland Raiders, he passed away.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm not gonna lie to you. Of course I didn't grow up in that era. I grew up watching football in the 21st century, but reading about history. What do you say?
That means last year.
No, it does not mean last year.
That's funny.
But anyway, what I'm saying is that Willie Brown was one of those guys where he's got one of the most epic interceptions in Super Bowl history. When they say "Old Man Willie," when he intercepted for a 75-yard touchdown, that's what Willie Brown did. 54 interceptions. He was one of the great. You know what that team was there? They were 16-1. They were 16-1 that year.
They were tearing people's ass up.
Right.
They beat the Vikings 32-14 in Super Bowl 11.
Wow.
That's what they did. The Oakland Raiders were one of the most dominant football teams in the 70s.
Yeah, they were.
They were.
They were.
But they don't get the respect. They don't get the respect that they deserve because of how gritty they were. Of how, let's be honest about how black they were. They had cornrows.
But that's never going to happen though. You're never going to get
People didn't like. They were fearful of them. They were over there. That people had their front teeth out.
Because back then, just imagine like that. That's not nothing you just normally seeing. You get what I'm saying? Like most of them back then, especially we talking 70s, is definitely white. You know what I'm saying? When you start getting up into the years, whatever, that's when it was starting being multiple black cats. You get what I'm saying? Because other than that, they're not letting you out here just do that. You know what I'm saying? One, they don't want you to inspire younger people to do the same thing and have everybody just, now look how it is now. From back then to now, that's the difference too, to how it changed over time.
Right.
Like now, mostly some teams are predominantly black. Like,
I mean, it's for real. It's for real out here because I was actually watching NFL films. The middle linebacker position, the quarterback position, those were the thinking man positions.
Yeah.
But it was guys like Willie Lanier, who was really the first African-American middle linebacker who took over that position. But for me, I look at the Raiders, and I see that whole dynasty, right? People don't praise them because they were nasty, man. They were breaking, one of my favorite cornerbacks broke somebody's back.
Yeah.
Couldn't walk again. You know what he said? He said, "Oh well." He didn't feel no remorse.
Oh well, son, we break backs.
Right.
Never walked again.
Right.
This guy is not in the Hall of Fame, and he should be.
Right.
Some of these guys. Oh, go ahead.
That's another thing, like trying to get them into the Hall of Fame with them going against up with their, the other, race. It's going to be hard. I'm saying why I'm going to bring him in when I got 13 people right here that I'm going to bring in, and I like them. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Cliff Branch was another example.
And then if they do, it'll be like years later, like
right.
You know what I'm saying? After the fact, like you know what I'm saying?
I think for the most part, I think the Raiders team got it just due, but this day and age of time, it's like I'll be born in '89. I didn't understand football till about '99, and around that time, they're not showing videos and film of the '70s, and I think when don't do that in this day and age, it's all about word of mouth. And when somebody doesn't see videos not because you have 30 sacks. Like I got to see some highlights. You get those 30 sacks.
Like I say different. Like what? My bad. When I was growing up, I was a real football fanatic. Like I can play. You feel what I'm saying? So me, I like Emmitt Smith and the other guys, but I also studied like running backs before time because of their power and everything like that. So I always studied the older people because that's what led me. So like when I would play, you can tell like yo, I was another person. Like you get what I'm saying? Be like yo, this dude right here is on another level. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that my career didn't go to sports, but that's another story. But I did study, and then a lot of people who do study mostly study like the beginning part of things. Like you know what I'm saying? Like when you doing newscasting and you doing this right here, you're going to study what happened so you can put on what you got going on and you can make yours better based on the past. You get what I'm saying?
Agree. I totally agree, and that's exactly what I was going to say.
And then it could be different. Be like, cause maybe some people don't look at certain things based on their position. That's in the past. You get what I'm saying? So
This is what I would say, and I agree with you, Kels. I think football fans, whether you're young or old, you're gonna study the game of football. If you truly love the game of football,
right.
You're gonna study it. That's why I disagree with you because you know what? The 70s, you know what people still put respect on? The Steelers in the 70s.
Yeah.
The Steel Curtain.
Because I was born in 85.
Cowboys.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I was born in 85. Like
The Cowboys, but let me finish my point. What I'm saying is the Cowboys, one of the reasons why the Cowboys are the Cowboys is because of what happened in the 70s. The Cowboys are the Cowboys because the TV deals had a deal with the Cowboys where they would be on national TV.
And then so Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones was
Jerry, but still Jerry.
He wasn't the owner back then.
Oh, he wasn't the owner?
But he wasn't the owner back then. It was really the fact that the Dallas Cowboys were on national TV. And the Steelers were, of course, they had 5 Super Bowls. So people who were fans, and plus people still know about Jim Brown, the O.J. Simpsons.
Yeah.
Even though he was on the murder trial, if you were to watch and see, you know what I mean, and he did kill that girl.
I used to love,
But
that's funny. I love Jim Brown, though.
But Jim Brown, like if you're a football fan, you're going to understand history. So there might be a few fans who might be like, and there might be some people who might be like, I don't like the game, I'm not going to study the history. But if you were a fan of the game, if you understood and respected the history, you would know about the Steelers, you would know about the Cowboys, you know about the Jim Browns and all that. You'd even know about the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, Packers. I used to love the Rams.
The Rams.
Back in the day. Oh man, the Buffalo Bills. That was one of my favorite teams back then.
You would know, and so I feel like the way that they taught history when it comes to the Raiders was it's almost like it was clouding. The Raiders were almost clouded compared to the other great teams because of just how nasty they were, just how aggressive. They were different than any other team. Howie Long said it best. He said he literally went from a school where there were just priests in every floor to like going to the Oakland Raiders where it was just party city,
right.
Crazy city. Like that's the difference. And so I feel like that whole team, that whole generation, that whole team, they're not respected, and so.
And then look where it's at. It's in Oakland, California, like one of the.
California.
You know what I'm saying? I think it was the top, murder capital at one time.
It was.
I want to say so. They're not gonna like give it to nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So and then we go to Oakland. What you gonna do? What do you got to do? Especially if you're black though. Like what are you really gonna do? Like it's not too many things, especially back then, that you're gonna blend in with, other than blending in with who you blend in with. So that's gonna be coming parties. Because that's what we doing. We're not doing what they doing. They won't even want us to let us go in the door. In the 70s, go somewhere in the 70s, somewhere where it's all white. What you think will happen? Then compared to now. Now they come in with maybe a set, they'll have a few looks. It'll be all cool. By the end of the night, we laughing, we hee cockeying. Back then, no, you're going to get beat up, or they're going to call the police, they going to beat you up. Or you might get killed somewhere up in there. You're going to have to go over there where the black people, and they party, we party. So you're going to see parties. You know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, that's my only thing with it. But I just say, for me, as a football fan, as a lifer, I'm definitely always going to show respect to the Oakland Raiders. Cliff Branch should be in the Hall of Fame. The fact of the matter is that he could play, in my opinion, in any era. Any era of football. That's when you know you're great. If you're a great player, you can play in any era. That's him. You know? So that's what I think, brother. So, actually, see, Derek might have ended the call by accident. But we're going to get him back on. But, I don't know, guys. Like,
and then, not to cut you off, but hopefully a future Hall of Famer from there is Marshawn Lynch. I really like Marshawn, and then especially that he's from Oakland and everything like that. So, you know, with that dynasty from the 70s to what Marshawn Lynch is bringing, I think is real special.
Hey, I got a question for you, Derek.
Mhm.
Okay, so we've been talking about dynasties and stuff like that.
Right.
Who do you think is the greatest dynasty of all time
Football?
in football?
I got 5.
5.
I got 5 teams. And all for certain different reasons. New England,
Okay.
Dallas Cowboys,
That was mine.
Wow.
San Francisco,
Yeah.
49ers, the Redskins, and that's one other team. Is that 5? Did I name 5?
Yeah, you said,
getting
you
it
said
5.
New England, the Cowboys, then you, which I'm surprised by that.
You named like 3 of mine though.
And Green Bay.
And Green Bay. I'm surprised that you named the Cowboys. I would have thought you would have said the
Oh,
Cowboys.
yeah.
Because they could,
Overall,
because
yeah.
yeah, overall, like then
Triplets was unstoppable. Though.
then 49ers back there with Steve Young.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
Steve Young,
I
Joe
would,
Montana.
I would have, yeah,
Well,
Joe Montana.
Those are the best dynasties I can remember. Because the 80s, Redskins won 3 Super Bowls. The 90s, Dallas won 3 Super Bowls. I think the 49ers, they were like the 90s.
Yeah, somewhat.
90s and a little bit of 2000.
And then your team was just
Green
set.
Bay was
Green Bay,
moving back
yeah,
then.
they
Oh,
took
yeah,
over
Green
after
Bay,
that. Yeah,
Bart Starr, all them,
Yeah.
the head coach and everything, they were killing everything.
Green Bay literally has the most championships in the NFL history.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't nobody talk about that.
I believe it.
yeah. I was a big Brett Favre fan though. Like
Really?
I love Brett Favre.
That dude get out of anything.
Like, for real.
Snake bite.
Snake
For
Right.
real, he was a
Snake
beast.
bite his ass. He still beat
And
him.
he had a good squad. Like
That's what makes Aaron Rodgers so special.
Mm.
That they would get those quarterbacks back to back.
Yeah, you know,
That's impossible. That's unheard of.
you know what I think? Now I think about it, I think the Green Bay Packers actually studied the 49ers. Because just
Okay.
like Joe Montana, they transitioned from Joe Montana to
what team Brett Favre come from before he played Green Bay?
he was in Atlanta.
He was in Atlanta.
He's
He was in Atlanta. He got cut.
Yeah, I remember that.
Basically all of the coaches, a lot of them went from 49ers to Green Bay.
Right, that's what I was about to say. Like, because a lot of
Yeah.
back
All of
then,
them, they were all going to Green Bay when they was
Yeah.
done in San Francisco.
Man, that's
Once
crazy.
They hauled that. So
right.
That's crazy.
That's probably why you see that. And they
Man.
were smart as hell to say, Aaron, sit for 2 years.
Yeah, they were.
Really learn it. Rest your body. Get ready, because when it comes, your ass gonna fall apart.
It's gonna come, and the reason why I say this is because, like, you know, Joe Montana could still play.
Yeah.
When he was in, he got traded. You know, he went to
Kansas
Kansas
City.
City, and
Yeah.
he almost
Yeah.
went to an NFL championship. He
Yeah.
almost went to the championship game.
I
Super
like
Bowl,
Kansas City back then too.
You know, but he just like Brett Favre. Brett Favre was doing that for
Yeah.
the Vikings.
Man, he was
If he hadn't
getting
have thrown that interception, they had it.
he
in
was
the
getting
bag.
hit bad out there with the Vikings though.
He was, but yeah, he was old.
He was getting hit. I was like, get him out of there.
Brett Favre.
Yeah,
Brett Favre.
he was taking some real bad
I
hits.
watched him play against the Redskins that year. We
Yeah.
were beating him in his ass. Still came back and won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One drive. Brett Favre still.
Hey, that was his thing though.
Who do you think's got more heart? Who's Brett Favre or Tom Brady? When it comes
Brett
to like,
Favre,
Off gate,
anything.
yeah,
on
off gate,
anything.
on any
Like,
level.
if I need
Because
him
it
to
was
save
it's his
somebody,
passion of the
Brett Favre.
game. It's his passion of the game.
I agree. I think the only difference between Brett Favre and Tom Brady is the technology of the day. The fact of the matter is that I feel like for Tom Brady, he knew he was not the most talented quarterback, right?
Right.
So he would always work on the intangibles. But he also realized, hey, look, let me work on my health. Let me work on my eating habits.
Brett
I would
Favre
put
got
Aaron
heart.
Rodgers-
Brett Favre
I
had
put
heart.
Aaron
He was-
Rodgers first before
He not about to complain. Man, he about to complain.
Rodgers up, man.
You know what I'm saying? Brett Favre ain't complaining.
I agree. I think the difference, though, between Brett Favre, because Brett Favre played in his 40s, too.
Yeah.
But I feel like for Brett Favre, he might not have taken care of his body like Tom Brady did.
Right.
He wasn't eating kale,
Nah.
vegetables. He probably was eating McDonald's,
Brett
and
Favre
them
is a
steaks.
gunslinger.
Like the Western, like he come out there,
You know,
8 broken
if
ribs
it's
next
Exactly.
game.
in between him and that receiver.
And yo, I'm gonna tell you, speaking of that, the reads, I like kind of compare him with Peyton Manning on how intelligent they are
Brett Favre.
after the snap.
I don't know about that.
Peyton Manning-
Manning's intelligence was.
Peyton Manning was coaching, man.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying the
Brett
intent,
Favre-
like.
Brett Favre was a gunslinger. He
Brett
threw.
Favre-
But I'm saying, but I've seen like, cause that was like one of my favorite quarterbacks.
it's
But
different.
I've seen him in the game and they switch defense. He like,
That's
I
not
get
what
it.
that is, though. That's
But-
different. Let me tell you what the difference is. It's two things with quarterbacks. Peyton Manning was a study guy.
Right.
Yeah, he a steady
He
guy.
already knew what the fuck he was gonna do when you
Right.
got
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Exactly.
Brett Favre is an instinct guy.
Yeah, I give you that. Yeah, I agree with
I'm
that.
I'm in the back of the college playing pickup football. I'm gonna throw a touchdown regardless with this fat ass
Yeah.
lineman. That's how good Brett Favre. He
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
everybody else good. Whereas Peyton Manning, he just knew the game.
Studied.
Yeah.
He was.
He's like Kobe.
You know what?
That's how.
Ooh, I like that.
Michael Jordan and Brett Favre. They
Yeah.
got that. I'm nice, so it don't matter.
Right.
I think the difference.
Film
I think
instinct.
even the difference between Michael Jordan and Brett Favre is not everybody wanted to play with Michael Jordan. People wanted to play with Brett Favre. 'Cause
Not event. Nah. Shit. But Brett Favre didn't want to play with everybody.
what I'm saying is
That's
Brett
the
Favre was
difference.
that
This football is different. It takes 53 guys.
right basketball.
Basketball, 12 players.
Yeah.
It takes
Right.
10 players now. You
True.
can win a title.
True.
I just seen Toronto. I don't even know who these players are.
Pascal
They-
Siakam,
Who
you
the
know.
fuck they get a ring to last night? I didn't know 7.
They gave the rings to everybody
I
who was in
didn't
the
know 7 of
stadium.
them.
Every like
I
participation
feel you.
awards.
I didn't even know 7 of them players existed.
I mean, I feel you, but I feel like for Brett Favre, like you said, Brett Favre was an instinct guy.
Right.
But he also, man, as many great throws as he had, and he did lead. By the time he retired, he was the all-time leading passer.
Yeah.
But he was the league's all-time leader in interceptions.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
so
true.
you can't, so we can't say that
That's
he
different.
was the most intelligent. He
I ain't gonna
wasn't-
say it
he
for
wasn't-
like most intelligent, but I'm talking about like for on a quarterback level. Like,
instinct. I'm not gonna say that he didn't have intelligence because he did. You
I
know,
mean, cause
you
it's a
have
lot
to
of
be-
good quarterbacks, but like as far as like right then and there making decisions in a split of a second,
Oh,
like
that's true. Instinct. Yes.
you get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it ain't gonna be a lot of them like that.
Okay.
And they got
It's like the difference-
even though we did get one with Peyton though. We
So-
got
Let me
one.
tell you, so the difference, I don't want to cut you off.
No, go
The
ahead.
difference
Go
between the two is on the sideline, you give him the video or the paper. Peyton Manning, he already sees the problems.
Mm.
Brett Favre, you got to kind of talk him through. You didn't see this, Brett, but they're going to do this next time.
I got a good one.
So
So you know them the
instincts-
both they like the both fourth quarter comebacks. Who would you have if you had a game on the line? Who you play?
Any quarterback?
No, between Brett and Peyton.
Oh.
Brady and Peyton?
Fourth quarter
Brady
What
comeback.
year, goddamn.
Oh my gosh, that's tough.
I guess I'll put them both in their best.
Okay, are you talking
I'll put
about
them both in
playoffs?
their
Are
best.
you talking about playoffs or regular
I'm
season?
talking about in the game, like yo, if you
Oh,
was
exactly.
losing, you was down.
What year?
He's gonna
I
say
they
he's gonna
best
say
to me.
Peyton.
Like
He's gonna say Peyton because I guarantee you Peyton's probably got more fourth quarter
With
comebacks.
with
They
Denver
do.
or with the
I go to
in
Colts.
general.
The Colts.
In general.
I'm not playing Peyton Manning with the Denver Broncos.
But yeah,
Yeah.
because
He ain't got it.
Yeah,
I mean, he
I'm
did.
gonna go with the Colts. So
But okay, here's the difference between Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning actually, when he first got to the Broncos, he did throw 55 touchdowns in the season.
He did.
But then he got beat. He got blew up
No
by the
damn lie.
Seahawks.
No lie.
He got destroyed.
and then for years, man, Tom Brady and them was like every year we used to lose. I used to hate that so bad. Like
And y'all would be like 13-3.
right, and they'll just go.
14-1, right? One game behind them, and then y'all go see them.
And they just lose every
Lose,
time.
lose.
Every time. I used to
You
be
got
so
that
depressed.
defense, it was like Tom
Yeah.
Brady.
Tom-
After we won that one game and we beat them, like they could like never really beat us after that. So I
Peyton
was
Manning
like,
had more to go against than Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Tom
Yeah.
Brady always was, even though he was the underdog, he was the guy who was always the giant.
yeah.
It's weird. It's kind of weird how Tom Brady was the underdog that became the giant, but his team was always the giant.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning always had to fight against the giants.
Right.
That's the difference. You know?
And
So-
then that goes back to Bill Belichick, which
Exactly.
he's smart, like real smart.
That's-
Even though Peyton is smart, but still Bill is like probably thinking 10 times past him, like for
wow.
real.
You said
Hey,
10 times fast.
Bill, you wanna know why? Bill out there with the cameras on the sideline. hey, record him. Record him.
You already know what the Geo ass.
Yeah.
Next week.
I mean, come on now. We know at the end of the day, it's by any means necessary. I mean, we know like Greg Williams, right? When he was in New Orleans, he put out a bounty on people. He said,
Yeah.
"Hit this person,
Greg
we'll give
Williams
you."
been putting that bounty out since he was with 2 or 3 teams.
You know what I
And
mean?
then that's what
Like,
Michael Vick was talking about at the end when he was talking about getting hit. They were going for his ribs, and I guess he was driving it.
Look, I'm taking your best player to fuck out.
Right.
You know,
If
I'm not
it's
gonna sit
me,
there and tell you
if
I
it's
don't
my year versus
I'm
yours,
stay with my kids. Look, that's their best guy. Smash his
Smash.
ass.
right? That's what you're supposed to do,
Make
though.
him-
but you
make
can't
him-
do that no more.
But what? Why not? Like, why
Don't
not?
give it out no money.
Because I tell you why you can't do that no more.
Smash him off instinct.
Because the NFL is about offense. The NFL is about product, right? So the fans, because, and you could say this about video games, and I love video games. You know, I used to play them as a kid. I don't
Yeah,
play them now.
yeah.
But it's kind